Hi, I hope you're mentally well and physically well. If this is your third or fourth time back, subscribe because you like it here. If you want to see my videos up and down your algorithm, press like. Guys, support my channel either by promoting the channel or by monetary because my channel is shadow banned. What that means is that if you talk about certain subjects or so forth, um, controversial ones, your channel can be YouTube hides it basically or doesn't promote it. So my channel was less than 6 months old and it was getting long form videos were getting hundreds of views. Shorts were getting like thousands, and then I talked about a couple subjects, and basically the long forms are getting less than 10, and the shorts are in the low hundreds. So yeah, because it's a new channel, I'm not monetized, and it's gonna take a long time to get monetized. So if you like it, this channel support it because I'm relying on my audience, not on YouTube AdSense. Anyway, this is a watch along. I haven't watched this video yet. It's about specs. I'm sure you all know Filthy Fellas with Poet. There was a whole bunch of young creators basically who they're all funny in their own way. Poet is an entrepreneur of podcasts and been in this podcast scene for ages. I think he might be one of the first. He's opened multiple podcasts in different genres. And then there's Tigo, who was like I think the producer of Filthy Fellas. But anyway, there was a bust up over money and stuff, and Tigo does From Your Left now to my left, and Filthy Fellas is still going. Filthy Fellas has names like Margs from No Behavior Podcast. Half of the members have gone with Tigo and half have stayed with Poet. So we don't really know what the truth is. All we know there's a back and forth. And obviously someone's to blame, but it's behind the scenes. So yeah, this is the latest news in the fallout because it would be nice if they could get back together. But now there's two football. There's two podcasts with split between the people that used to do Filthy Fellas. But all of the guys in their own rights are funny guys, entertaining guys. It's just sad. So there's been an update on it, and Bounce is gonna give it.
Aye. So we got the boy Spets. I got two hats on. I was thinking, what's going on? I just flipping went upstairs. So we got the boy Spets. He jumped on the boy Matisse's couch, and he's talking about obviously Filthy Fellas. Obviously, to be honest, like I said, I will always give Spets his flowers, man. My man is so funny.
Yeah, Specs
I'm so
is
happy
funny.
the position that he's in right now, and that he's just been grinding, flip the screen. And my man's funny. I remember when the whole back and forth of guy. I wouldn't even say a back and forth. Big shout out to the boy Spets, man. Big shout out to the boy Spets. And I remember when, obviously, man was giving out 24 hours and man's on Tigo and this, and Spets was saying mad stuff online. And get me, I know he was trolling, but I know how a poet could have felt. You get me? Because one thing about poet is you have to give him his flowers, bro. The guy has built so many machines and just helped out of the cleanness of his heart. You get me? And people have taken advantage of it. You get me? Culture vultures and whatnot. And obviously, Spets is collateral damage for the fact that he had a show on a platform and he didn't get paid from it, which is no fault on Poet. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, I can hear and see where he's coming from. So even watching this interview, this is the interview that man always wanted to kind of see, and it's good that to get me after how long it's been that Spets has been able to sit on the couch and talk about it. So let's get into it, man.
How you feel about today's world where everything is 50-50,
No
streets
ads,
to pay
mate.
everything? Like, what do you think about those conversations?
Well, it depends what 50 Fellas was never a money thing. It was just the boys having fun.
Yeah.
But it got to like
6-7 years in, and I'm the only one on the show that's got another show on the channel called No Rule Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, doing it for the love, just to man them. I'm like, all right.
You're not getting paid from that either.
I didn't get paid once from No Rules or Filthy Fellas. They get paid
Damn.
once.
Can I just say, from my perspective, as someone that was watching that,
What's so sad, it looks like they were having so much fun, and you thought everyone, because they're all friends and stuff, you thought, and you know, because the production and the mics and everything looks so professional, you would have thought they were getting paid, man. It's very hard when you're. I don't know if they were definitely friends before they did the podcast, but the way that all these guys give on Filthy Fellas, or whatever, they seem like friends. Their chemistry, but it's sad that he wasn't getting paid for 7 years.
it was doing views.
Yeah. And you see, for man, it's like, Tigo, bro. I always say Tigo's a scumbag, you get me? Because he knows what he done, you get me? So, it's like...
I don't know enough to say that Tigo's a scumbag. I don't know between Tigo and Poet, who's to blame. I know that Poet's put in work for years and he's opened up so much podcasts and, you know, that he gives back and stuff. But the reason why I find it hard to find to totally just blame Tigo like that. But like I said, Bouncer most probably knows more than me because he knows behind the scenes. But if half of Filthy Fellas went with Tigo from the original scene, then they can't have all believed that Tigo was in the wrong. Or if Tigo is offering them, maybe Tigo's offering them money, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that if it was the case that Tigo was on his own and all of them stayed with Poet on Filthy Fellas and then Tigo had all new people on his one, then I could understand, yeah, that Tigo's totally wrong. But how can some of the people that have been there from the start have gone with Tigo? So that's what I don't get. If Tigo was clearly in the wrong, no one would have left Filthy Fellas and gone to a thing. But I'm not trying to say that Poet is wrong, because the whole thing is, if Poet, I'd say, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe people know Tigo's in the wrong and they've gone because he's paying. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Only Poet and Tigo, I think, really know. And maybe Bouncer because he knows behind the scenes. But I'm sure I've seen, don't quote me this, but I'm sure I've seen specs on Not From My Left. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can do this here. I'm sure I've seen specs on Tigo To My Left. I think it's called To My. I'm sure I've seen. I'm not going crazy. I've seen specs on To My Left. A few shows. To My Left. That's From My Left. From My Left. Yeah, that's Specs. That's Specs, that's Mars. Hold on. That's Specs.
I just feel sorry for Tigo.
Come
Tigo
on.
still has that stupidness from last year. There's still people thinking that we're snakes.
Did you ever discuss or talk about the fact that what happened with the Filthy situation? And I think Tigo said, if we do that, then that means that we need money because it's a deep situation.
A man has gone on the internet and decided that he's going to give this narrative to make himself look a certain way.
Yeah.
We should actually all sit down and discuss, because people need to know the truth. And the truth is, especially for me, like, leaving Filthy was all about, remember, because I was the only one out of 10 man that had another show on the channel, which was No Rules show.
Yeah, no rules, yeah.
Chunks, I never got no money from none of that. So for me, now I'm from my left, now I'm making money. I decided to go with the person that, when it comes to business, it's done properly. It's not a verbal agreement.
Oh,
With your man, them, it's say me and your boys
Word of
work
mouth,
together.
everything,
Yeah, word of mouth.
oh, so I'm not crazy. I
Yeah,
knew
bro, yeah, still a chance.
I got have more confidence in myself. I'm not crazy. He's on from my left. Specs is on not from my left. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he's getting paid now. Miles has gone as well. But I thought Miles would leave anyway because I remember I'm gonna do a video one time. Yeah, so Tigo and Miles, okay, so Specs and Miles have left Filthy Figures. Miles is still there. I don't know which one Humble if he still does Filthy Fellas. Oh, there's the other guy there. The guy I don't know his name. Did you guys see that guy next to Miles in blue? He's another regular face from Filthy Fellas. Okay. Okay, I don't know if... Okay, cool. Okay. So Miles, Specs, and Miles, Specs, and another name, one of the pillars of thingy have gone. So that leaves margs, loons. Is it what's Steve? What's his name? Steve something. Steve man like Steve or something like that. Another black guy called Steve. Okay. So Specs left because he wasn't getting paid, and now he's getting paid. I'm happy for Specs either way. So that means that Specs believes that Poet wasn't paying him.
Paid from that either.
I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid once from No Rules or Filthy Fellas. Didn't get paid once.
Damn.
Can I just say, from my perspective, as someone that was watching that,
Yeah.
it was doing views.
Yeah.
And you see, for man, it's like Tigo, bro. I always say Tigo's a scumbag. You get me? Because he knows what he done. You get me? So it's like, and that's how it.
Why is Bouncer blaming Tigo though? I don't understand. That's what I don't get. Why are you blaming Tigo?
That one person poisoned everything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's my take on it. You get me? A big shout out to all of them when it comes to Miles, when it comes to all of them. But Tigo, he is someone that poisoned this whole thing. You get me? Like, that's it, period. And he knows what he done, got away with it. You get me? Specs is obviously Miles and all of them, they're over there. Which, as long as they're getting paid and they're happy within themselves and they forgive people, obviously we can't. You get me?
Who needs forgiving? Tigo needs forgiving, or Poet needs forgiving? I don't know who.
People hang out to drive for, do you know what I mean? Forgive people, but I will always say make it right with Poet, because bro, that affected my man's mental health. You get me? Especially when they're slandering his name.
But I don't get it. Spec says that he feels sorry for Tigo because people think that Tigo's the bad guy, and Bouncer's saying, I feel sorry for Poet because Poet's been made to look like the bad guy.
And it looks mad. But anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are trailblazing, right? And you guys are natural chemistry is funny. Like I said, there's players coming on. As a viewer, I would never have calculated or comprehended that you man were not getting paid. That for me is bonkers.
But do you know?
I was looking at you like, yo, these men are living the life.
No, but this is what's tricky. What's tricky is there was no agreement.
Yeah.
So this is where
That is true as well.
That's the thing when you do things with mans from the end or your homies, man. If you start it off because you're just having fun and you're just talking, but it's upon the friend that's making money to say, listen, I'm getting paid off this. Here Here, like, here's a salary, here's a wage. You know what I'm saying?
For when there's no agreement, and both parties are here to blame. Anyone there's no agreement, there's a thin line. You don't even know what's going on here, and it just there's no agreement, there's no contracts. Get me? You started something where it's like, oh yeah, you started something with the intentions not to. There's no financial gain around it. Like in a sense of, well, safe to say, when you're doing YouTube for that long, sometimes people don't even know the money that's in YouTube until later on down, later on down, later on down. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not mad with Poet, Tigo. I'm not mad with them because
And it's good that he said he's not mad with Poet Tigo. Like, it's good that, do you know what I'm trying to say? There's growth, there's a lot of growth,
we went
man.
into Filthy. It was a platform for us to go on and build our name and that, and then go and do what we want to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, as time went on, I was saying to myself, right, done 7 years. I've done a great job for Filthy. I felt like, and I not even felt like, I knew I was the guy that everyone liked the most. Fine, and I'm grateful for that. And I had my own show off the channel. Now I'm like, all right, cool. I want money now.
You're moving.
Yeah.
Things are getting serious.
Yeah,
You are
But why it's sad as well, yeah. And big shout out to obviously the people that's involved in their new show. You get me? I know a few of the boys, you get me, that are involved in their new show, Spetz's new show. But this could have all stayed under one roof if Tigo didn't steal the money. I'm just saying it like how it is.
Had Tigo stolen money though? Please elaborate.
The only thing you can sit down and say, okay, cool, both parties. Spets takes accountability, Poet takes accountability. There's no contracts. Cool. Both equal accountabilities. But Tigo stole the money. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. That is what it is. That he sit down on the couch like, yo, my man's bought yards, and that for me is, yeah, my man's a scumbag. Forever, I will always say that. Tigo's a scumbag, bro. You hear me? And he's
But how doesn't Spec know that Tigo stole the money? Because I'm sure that Specs knows more than Bouncer. So unless Poet didn't say to Specs, I don't know how it makes sense that Poet never said to Specs that Tigo's stealing the money, or even if he did, I have a Poet said to Specs that Tigo stole the money, and then Specs still chose to go with Tigo and is getting paid now. Or Poet never said anything, and Tigo said, "Come with me to." But it's the world is too small. Of course, if Tigo was stealing from him, then Specs would find out. What I don't understand is why did Specs go with Tigo if he stole from him?
culture vulture, bro. And it's mad, isn't it? How black people are not smart enough, unfortunately, to understand business. If you even flick the screen, bro, you got everyone here that all they doing it for the love. They're just doing it like brotherhood and whatnot and whatnot. And now everyone's educated, but you have one brother here that takes advantage of everything else. And there's get me the voice notes and this and that and everything that I've heard and this how much money got made and this, bro. Tigo, bro. That's it. I will always say it. And if I see him one day, I will call him a scumbag to his face, bro. You get me? You need to make that right on Poet, bro. You get me? And it's unfortunate that Spets had to be collateral damage. He's doing amazing. Carry on winning, Spets. You get me? But I will always say, Tigo, it's you, bro. And everyone knows that. Get me? And you don't even have the audacity to come online, even to have a sit down with Poet. Probably Poet don't even want to sit down, but to have the audacity to come online and be like, bro, I was wrong. I'm sorry. This is the money that's owed. We'll pay this money back. And
Bouncer, audacity is when you do something wrong. For the audacity is when you come out and say something wrong. When you don't say, when when you don't apologize, you're not having the audacity. Well, you could be having the audacity when you don't come online because you're ignoring something.
Just try to mediate. Do you know how growth that would be? But you want to try to put your hand out like you didn't do nothing, scumbag.
Building your name now.
But at the same time, it's not. I'm not saying man, them owe me money because
Yeah.
no, I appreciate
You're
what they've
grateful
done for
for
me.
the
But it got to a stage in your because it's all about elevating, bro.
Absolutely. In any job, by the way, people think that this is like just a content creation thing. They're like, oh my god. In any job, if you go in at the base level, you show your worth, you show your talent, you show your skill, your dedication, your commitment. You show up all the time for every show, every week. At some point, you're gonna build and build and build, and you're gonna go to that next level where there's gonna have to be a sit down around a table somewhere, and we're gonna have to talk business.
I repeat,
100%. And obviously, look, other people knew the business side. You get me? And now it's an eye opener. You know what I'm trying to say? It's an eye opener of what to do next. And even looking at, bro, these lots relationship was always a powerhouse together, never apart.
don't talk to me about crypto. I picked you up from your house. You come in my car. We go in a club. You go to the bar. You come and stand next to me with one drink, and that one drink is yours. But yet you got 250k worth of crypto. You tight-honest wanker liar. Cap him, come here with this nonsense. All you crypto guys don't buy no one drinks. The guys that buy people drinks in the club, like us, we don't do crypto. We buy you drinks.
Bro, these look, there was good banter, man.
Hey, based on that contract, there's bigger players to come out of that club. There's bigger players. Spit at me one more time, and I will throw put my hands on your face, bro.
You feel like you're getting rushed.
You feel like you've been rushed, and it's just me hitting you, bro.
Good times, man.
Bro, we need these lot back, man. You get me? And this is what even these lot, there was good banter, man.
Hey, based on that contract, there's bigger players to come out of that club. There's bigger players. Spit at me one more time, and I will throw put my hands on your face, bro. It'll make you feel like you've been rushed, and it's just me hitting you, bro.
Since that was like authentic.
Bro, we need these lot back, man. You get me? And this is what even had to say in terms of them not working. This is what he had to say.
Boys, come on, the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, but the way it looks. The way it looks. What? You're not coming on because of the way it looks? Do you know if we all sat on camera now, all of us, and done content,
The views.
that's entertainment.
People would love it. I would be watching it.
But
Absolutely.
you care about the way it looks. But really and truly, bro, and I hope this happens. If it doesn't, who cares? No rules. We should be working together. So,
100%. And like I said, the only person, obviously, I'm sure that I do think that Poet and Spec should sit down and have a conversation. But I think where there's like a question mark, there's like, bro, Tigo is.
It comes down to Tigo and Poet. If they're man enough to put their, I say man enough, but the person who's wronged is gonna obviously not feel it's man enough to put things aside. So, depending on who's actually wrong, but if they man enough to put the issue aside or apologize, whoever needs to apologize. Then they can make some beautiful content and make loads of money.
The man that's ruined everything. He is, bro. He's the man that ruined everything, bro. So he should be coming out and making amends, paying back money. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that Specs and everyone can sort that out. You get me? Maybe if Tigo owns any sort of stake of no rules, maybe that might be an issue where these lot are just like, bro, anything that Tigo's around, we don't want nothing to do, possibly. But this is growth. You get me? I respect this from Specs.
whether The former left guys goes on Filthy for one episode or Filthy gone for whatever it is.
Yeah.
Should be working together. If Lippy's got his Remy Land show, I'll come on there and support him.
Yeah.
No behavior, I'll go on there.
Yeah.
Let's all support.
You don't mind. It's whatever.
It's just a podcast.
Literally, yeah. That's the way it is at the end of the day. It's guys chatting football as
it's
it
not
was
that
at
That's
the
common
beginning.
sense,
And we
man.
all
That's
can win.
sense.
Don't get it.
Yeah.
The audience are here for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know about the boys. And again, I have no problem with no one of the fellas. I had a small issue with Poet, and it's done now.
It's resolved.
So that's 2025. 2026 is a new piece.
Good, man. Good. Poets is a reasonable person. Hopefully they speak, and we see some content with them too coming out. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the rest of them, no problem.
Yeah.
Not one. So it did hurt me when I asked them, "Yo, boys, come on, no rule show." Oh, but it's gonna look. I was like, I understand if that's the narrative you're pushing, but it's
No,
like,
I think that it's because of us. I remember Loons was saying, bro.
So he actually asked them. Wow.
Oh, man's telling me to come on no rules show, and Tigo's involved in this. Man don't want nothing to do with Tigo, bro. That's the issue why they don't want to come on the show. I remember speaking to Loons saying, bro, like Tigo has something to do. I don't have no problem going on no rules show, but Tigo has something to do with no rules show. I don't want nothing to do with Tigo. You understand, Spets? You get me? I guarantee you part ways with Tigo now, and you start seeing everyone start being around each other, everyone starts speaking. But for someone,
Yeah, but Bouncer, Tigo's not going nowhere. Tigo's not going nowhere. And Tigo was a big part of why Filthy Fellas was successful. Obviously, Poet was as well. But you see Tigo while on Filthy Fellas, while they're talking and stuff, working on a computer, always like, I don't know if he's researching or whatever, but you always see it's like half of his concentration is on the computer and doing stuff. I don't think he's bloody playing, what is it, solitaire or bloody Minecraft. So he's talking to them, but you can also see I don't know if he's looking up stats and stuff, but he's on the computer and he's also talking to them. So Tigo is a big reason for Filthy Fellas being a success as well.
who's that rift between everyone? That's what's kind of happened. You get me? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. You get me? Obviously, let me play this clip because these are funny moments.